Shout out to not just ourselves, but all the other casters as well. Enki, Pacheca, Art as well. Atacario. It is great to see. And here we go, we're jumping into our semis and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Oceanborn. We have our Brazilian Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Eximius Gaming. It is Kamikaze. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Costa Rican Zerg player, the Purple Zerg, representing Team License to Kill, LDK. It is EON. And if you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Get your gamba going, papi, as you can place your bets on who you think will be our first finalist. Will it be our Zerg or our Terran? Will it be EON or Kamikaze? Best of luck. As a reminder, the lower semifinals are currently underway. Shout out to Enki. El Hermoso is covering those lower semis. Is going over Ryojin versus Inexorable. Definitely check out Enki's channel if you want to tune into that series. Otherwise, we're focusing on the upper semis. As here we go, EON is going hatch first. Now, if you're maybe a little bit unfamiliar with our players, we obviously saw Kamikaze earlier. He was embracing mech against Terran, could embrace mech against Zerg. When it comes to EON, he's an animal. He's an animal. He's very aggressive, very cheesy, very in your face. I don't expect the most standard of play from EON of all players. I expect him to be hyper aggressive and looking to dictate the pace of the game himself. So we'll keep an eye on EON more than anything. Which is why, for now, Hatch Gas Pool. Standard opener from EON. I'm quite impressed. Quite impressed already here that we're seeing something a little bit more by the book, but we'll see where this takes us. We'll see where EON leads us. As our SCV is coming back, Kamikaze did confirm the standard opener, is aware, racing back home, and interesting. Okay, Kamikaze skipping the Reaper. Goes Marine first. Marine into Factory. This is going to be a short series. Oh my god, we're popping off. Marine into Factory, no command center. Kamikaze, calm down. It looks like he's going for an all-in, and the Marine will deny the Scout. Big moment, the Scout is denied. And the question becomes, are we going for like an early Hellbat all-in? Reactors on the way for an add-on swap for Hellions. And we'll see if we throw that in Armory. There it is. Add-on swap, Hellion production underway. Very delayed CC here from Kamikaze. So Kamikaze is expanding. This is technically not an all-in, but this is hyper aggressive. Like, insanely fast. Not Hellion, Cyclone. And we're floating. Mech? What is happening right now? Oh my god. So Kamikaze is going to be hunting down this Overlord, getting high ground vision, of course, with that Rax. And yeah, we're rushing into early game Cyclone production. That's crazy. Now, this could be Cyclone into Hellion or just Cyclone into more Cyclones. I'm curious where we're taking this. Kamikaze, he's lost his mind. Let's go. Okay, yeah, Cyclone with Hellion to support. And yep, second factory, it is mech. Meanwhile, it isn't just Kamikaze that's popping off. EON, 3-minute lair. Very fast lair timing from EON. 3 minutes is insanely fast, and this could be for a Ling Queen Nidus all-in. This could be for 2-base Muta. This could be for Drop-a-Lord play, as there is a second Overlord across the map. Regardless, aggression. You don't rush into a lair this early on without good reason. I'm leaning towards Ling Queen Nidus all-in, but we'll see. As Cyclones have arrived, Lings are amassing, Ling speed is done, and the Lings are looking for Surround. Cyclones are too far to creep. The Surround! Surround is coming in, but the Hellions, they come in just in time as well. And can we focus on one of the Cyclones? We can. Cyclone falls, Hellion as well. So does the other. And we're being shut down. Kamikaze gets completely cleaned up. Oh my god. The Marine will barely survive, but reinforcements have arrived as well. And this was a bit of a blundered start for Kamikaze. Cyclones and Hellions are all cleaned up, back at home, building up more Hellions, and there it is indeed Ling Queen Nidus all in. Like, it was one or the other. It was either going to be Nidus or Drop-a-Lords. Like, that's mainly what this is leading towards. So EON is going for the all-in. Kamikaze has not scattered. He did not spot the lair. Kamikaze's in the dark, diving into the mineral line, ignores the queens. There are Lings to defend, but they're lining up. The no! Yeah, the Lings do line up, they get roasted. Yeah, brutal Hellion shots. The Lings go down, but they should be cleaned up before getting 6 drone kills. Oh my god. 6 workers do fall. Overlord into the main. Nidus Storm has been placed. And what do we have to defend at home? What is it to defend? There's Hellions. And only Hellions. And Hellions can be good against Lings. What about Queens? How many Queens do we have? 6. 6 Queens. They're popping out of the Nidus Swarm. We're going all in. And Kamikaze, he was caught with his pants down. He was not ready for this. The boys are being pulled away. The Hellions alone. No, the Hellion goes down. There's 4 more left, though. And we have to be so careful with these Lings. Lings, they pull away. Hellions get a lot of volleys off. But the Lings are going for the surround. They're trying to collapse on in. A nice movement here with the Hellions. Make good use of the SimCity. They create a choke point. Despite that, they get zoned away. The Queens are gaining ground. More Lings are flooding across the map. With the help of these Cyclones, though, we could actually try to hold on. With the help of the creep, yeah, GG, well played. It's just too much damage, and EON takes game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh, my God. GG, well played. He's crazy. EON does take the first game. Again, Kamikaze had an interesting start, and he was able to get some damage, but if you remember, the first Cyclone push was a little bit too cavalier. If you remember, the Cyclones, they moved on to creep, too far into creep. Like, the creep is your enemy. When you have Cyclones, they're so vulnerable, so exposed to surround, and EON was able to surround and collapse on the first 2 Hellions of the first 2 Cyclones as well, taking momentum away from Kamikaze, and then Kamikaze was denied entry into the main. Didn't see the main base, did not scout the lair. If he saw the lair, that would have been enough. Seeing the lair would have been enough to check for, again, either Dropper Lords or Nidus Worms. And alas, Kamikaze didn't see it, didn't know to check, was caught with his pants down. The pants were down, Papi. They were down. And now we're jumping into game number 2. And again, it's going to be a fast series. It's going to be a quick one. Okay, we're good. We're jumping in. We're jumping into game 2. It's going to be on Golden Aura. Oh no. I was put into the lobby for a moment. Not like this. It's all good. It's all good. EON is stepping in. He's stepping in. And we're jumping into game 2. Just catching up in the chat. But shout out to Pacheca. Did drop by for a moment there, but Pacheca is also casting, I believe. Also casting, also covering the event in Spanish. Much love. I mean, American StarCraft Tournament is as creative as Korean StarCraft. True. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Yo, you have a problem with the name of this tournament? That means you have a problem with the KSL, with the Korean StarCraft League. True. True. Let's go. Descriptive, but creative as a bowl of lint. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Is Kamikaze from Brazil? Yes, yes. See. But here we go. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Aura, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the blue Terran representing Eximius Gaming, down in this series. But can he bring it back? Can he bounce back and force the ace match? It is Kamikaze. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player from the land of Costa Rica, representing Team License to Kill. It is EON. Here we go. Hatch first. It is hatch first to begin with, but remember what I said before. EON is not a macro player. He's an animal. And we love him. We love him. But he is hyper-aggressive. He's very cheesy. All-ins are what he does best. And we could be seeing that again here in game 2. And even if we do, it's not going to be the same thing. We saw Link Queen Nidus in game 1. We shouldn't see that again. We could see something different like 2-base Muta. We could see a Roach all-in with a Roach Rush with Link Speed. We have options. EON does have options, and it's on Kamikaze to recognize what's going on. I appreciate that Kamikaze was opening up aggressively previously, but I feel like against EON, you need to, I feel like scouting is paramount. I feel like scouting is the most important thing when playing against EON. I'm sure Kamikaze is familiar. I'm sure they both face off on the NA ladder. I'm sure they do. So we'll see how Kamikaze does approach things this time. As it is a Reaper. Remember, last game it was a Marine opener into a faster factory. This time, Rax Expand, Reaper opener. Standard play out of Kamikaze. With this, he will have a way to scout across the map to get a read on what's going on and get a feel for what EON is up to. Let's go. See you in the chat. Given how often SC2 players get caught with their pants down, maybe they should start all wearing dresses. Oh no. True. I think it was said yesterday or the day before. Like, they can't catch you with your pants down if you're not wearing pants. You're not wrong. Or they could start wearing belts. Or suspenders. Suspenders. Ah. They have options. They have options. For now, Reaper, rotating around, gets eyes on the third hatchery. So far, so good. Hatch gas pool into a third base. Everything looks standard. Everything looks normal for the time being. Meanwhile, Kamikaze, third CC before starport. Economic build from our Terran player. Bold move is what I will say. I feel like against EON, I'm not opposed to going for a starport before CC. This is a little bit greedier. There it is! 3-minute lair. Just like the last game, 3-minute lair here from EON. Actually, this is a couple seconds later. To be fair, it is a couple seconds later compared to the previous game. And this could be Nidus, this could be Dropalord. If we take extra gases, this could be Mutaplay. But the Reaper will scout. Big moment here for Kamikaze. This time, he knows. Whew. Okay. This time, Kamikaze is aware of the fast lair. And now in his mind, he's got like a checklist. He's got a list of things that could be, and he has to cross them off to piece together what's going on. The easy one, of course, is making sure no vision in the main, making sure overlords don't get close enough. But now Hellions moving out. EON is droning. Now, EON knows he got scouted. Bear that in mind. EON knows he got scouted, so he could try to take a different approach. EON could try to drone instead. Hellion dips in, once again going for another dive, but the Hellion is denied the scout. Lair is done. What do you have for us? Oh, it's gonna be Dropalords. Okay, let's go. Now, this is not a Ling Queen Nidus all in. This is a Ling Queen Dropalord all in. Or you could call it a German taxi. it's a variation of German taxi, because here come the Dropalords. They're on the way. The Dropalords are morphing in. Queens are getting ready. Overlord speed is halfway done, and we're going for a massive all-in across the map. Now, Kamikaze making Vikings. Good read. I'm pretty sure he's making Vikings just to shut down the Overlords, just to make sure in case it was Nidus Worm, like, we'd shut them down. So the Vikings, they will have, they'll be multi-purpose to shut down the Overlords and potentially the Dropalords as well, as the Overlords are on the way. And Kamikaze, he's not fully aware of what's going on, but he's hunting down the close-by Overlords. Overlords are being cleaned up. Second factory, he's meching it up. Oh, he's playing mech. Now, the big concern here, because he's playing mech, we barely have any units. Barely any Hellions, barely any Marines. We have so few units to defend. This is risky. Risky play here at a Kamikaze. Greedy play, maybe the better way of putting it. Because here come the Dropalords. Vikings are spotted. The Vikings are out of position. They spot Overlord speed. That should be a tell. Overlord speed is a big tell. The Vikings are not here. Tank volley is going off. We break down the wall. The wall has been broken. The Queens, they drop in. The boys are being pulled. The tank gets surrounded. And can we focus on the tank? The repairs are too good. They're not good enough. Repairs are not good enough. The tank falls. And we're getting control of the mineral line. We're getting control of the natural base. Oh, the bunker does not go down, though. The repairs are helping, but the bunker finally falls. We get 20 SCV kills, and we have control of the natural. There's one tank on the high ground, 2 tanks on the high ground, and Kamikaze can defend the main. But what about the natural? The natural is forfeit. Queens have to back up, and we just pick up. We don't even pick up. From here, EON can drone. Does he drone, or does he commit? More Lings are flooding across the map. Ooh, Queen does go down. The wall's open. No, the wall is open. The wall is wide open. Lings, they flood in. Boys are being pulled. The tank's forced to one siege. Hellion goes down. The tanks survive. That was a brutal moment there. The wall is now back up and running. EON is backing up. And again, now is the time to drone. As Lings are being cleaned up, EON is going to be able to spread a tumor. Oh. The tumor is shut down. Queen falls as well. Pick up, Papi. Get out of here. No. EON is not droning, by the way. Like, now would be the time. There we go. There we go. Spire is on the way. So it's going to be the initial Ling Queen Dropalord all in into Spire play, into Mutas. Gases are being taken. Spire has been thrown down. EON is going to be droning up a little bit and then embracing Muta play, which I think works well here. Because of the composition, because of the attempted mech, Tank Hellion doesn't shoot up. Does not shoot up. We have some Vikings, but not too many. And we're not going to make too many either. Ling's going for the dive. The Overlord does see the tanks. The tanks are exposed, and the tanks are going down. We get 1, we get 2, we're gonna get 3. Meanwhile, across the map, Hellions are moving out. Now, even though these things, they trade well. They get tanks, they deny the expansion. But do we have anything to defend back at home? We don't. The Hellions are gonna roast up the mineral lines. Drones are falling. The drones are lining up, and there's nothing to defend. The Queens, they cannot keep up. They try to, but the Hellions, they don't care. They just walk past the Queens. And the Hellions, how many drones can they get? 8 worker kills so far. Not bad. Get 8 drones. Diving into the main. There's another Queen. Oh, they get a full scout. The Hellions, they spot the Spire. And that means now we can make Vikings. And now Kamikaze has the sign to make anti-air. Viking production. Cyclone production. eBay's on the way for turrets as well. Big scout here for Kamikaze. That was how many? That was 8 drone kills. Not bad. 8 drones, a full scout as well. Forcing out Lings. And these mutas, can they get work done? Back at home, we have, how much anti-air? We have 3 Cyclones, a Viking, Widow Mines on the way, just anything and everything that shoots up. And at this point, I would not be opposed to EON droning and throwing down a Roach Warren, and just trying to get into a standard game of Roach Ravager. For now, here come the mutas. Mutas, they dip into the main, going for the add-ons. They will pick off 1 Cyclone, trading 1 for 1. Cyclone for a muta. Second muta goes down. The white shot! Oh my god. Doesn't go up, but 2 more mutas go down. That's 3 in total. Ay, ay, ay. 3 muta kills. Not like this. EON has to pull away. Likewise, at the same time, Lings, they hit the natural. There's nothing here! No! There's nothing in position. There's Widow Mines on the ramp. Don't force friendly fire. Oh no. Okay, thankfully the Widow Mine shots don't go off. Only 1 does, but 7 SCVs fall. The Ling Flood gets a lot done. Can we drag a mine? Not quite. Not quite. Thankfully. Kamikaze does hold, he does defend. Now what's terrifying is that Kamikaze is slowly catching up in the worker count. EON has been making a lot of Lings. He's been making a lot of Lings, and that has been eating into his drone count. He is not even saturated on 3 bases. EON, we need to drone. We need to drone up at least a little bit. Mutas dipping in. Night shots! Oh my god, massive connections. There's how many? 2 mutas going down. But I believe Hurricane Engines was denied. That is Cyclone speed. As Kamikaze is embracing Battle Mech. And Hurricane Engines has to be restarted, has to be rebuilt. EON pulling away. Now it's starting to drone up. Getting up to a decent economy, and there's the Roach Warren. Roach Warren's on the way. Again, we should be building up towards Ling Bane Roach Ravager. Like, that should be the army that EON's working towards, and we're getting there. But it's been a very chaotic game. Like, it's not been a clean game, Pappy. We're all dirty. So here we go. Kamikaze taking his 3rd. Going for his linear 3rd base. Cyclones are keeping up with the mutas. Again, Hurricane Engines is still quite a ways away. It's almost halfway done. And EON has drawn up to just under 3 base saturation. Not a bad drone count. It's okay. Just under 3 base saturation. And now we have roaches. We have 18 roaches in production. EON, even though personally I would love to see EON just get up to 4 base economy. Get up to 73 drones, take up into an infestation, into Hive, and just max out. Instead, EON, it's just against his nature, Papi. EON, everything within him tells him to attack. That's just the kind of player he is. And he's built up quite an army, and he's moving out. EON is moving out, is now throwing down Infestation Pit, is starting to take up, but again, the drone count is still, you know, at 3 base saturation, just under. Roaches do move out across the map. Roach speed is almost done. From this point, we can morph in some Ravagers, and the army is spotted. Important scout by Kamikaze, he needs tanks. Upon seeing this army, he does need tanks. Less so Cyclone. And here we go, tanks are on the way, Thor as well. Mutas once again punished. Oh my god. The Mutas are zoned away. EON rotating towards the left-hand side. He's going for the tanks! He commits to the dive! The mine shots are baited out, and the tanks are going down. Who needs Ravagers? We just get on top of the tanks anyway, and GG, well played. Good luck gets called as EON snowballs out of control and will take the series 2-0. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played. EON will take the series, will advance on to the grand finals. Congratulations. My condolences to Kamikaze. He did play well, making it here to the semis. But again, EON is a very chaotic player. He's very aggressive. He's very cheesy. And Kamikaze had a really hard time getting a read on what was going on. I do like Kamikaze's adaptation in Game 2. Remember, Game 2, he was able to scout, able to confirm the lair, and it did look like Kamikaze assumed it was going to be Nidus. That's why the Vikings were hunting down the overlords that were, getting vision of the bases. But unfortunately, because of that, wasn't ready for the actual all-in for the Dropper Lords, for the Ling Queen Dropper Lord all-in, so it wasn't quite ready for that. Was once again caught with his pants down at the natural, and EON took advantage of him. EON wasn't able to kill his opponent, but did cripple Kamikaze in that natural base, and from there was able to drone up somewhat, able to get into the mid game, able to snowball from there. GG, well played. GG, well played. Congratulations, EON does advance on to the grand finals, and the question becomes, Inexorable and Ryojin, what has been going on there? What has... Oh, okay, we have a result coming in. Shout out to Enki, by the way. Enki was casting in Spanish, and oh, it looks like Enki... Shout out to Enki, does give Atagario a raid. Did end up raiding Atagario, and did cover the lower semifinals. Ryojin takes down Inexorable 2-1. That's I would say a bit of an upset. That's crazy. Bit of an upset there, but GG, well played. Ryojin takes down Inexorable, and that means we have our finals. We have our grand finals. Switching our scenes over here so we can have a look at the bracket together. And there it is, EON in the finals and Ryojin in the finals. It's going to be a ZvZ best of 5.